Welcome back to Booze and Rocks. My name is David Edwards, and today I'm going to use a lime to change a classic. Yes, that's right. We're going to make the Parisian Daiquiri. But first, this. All right, so let's get into this. This request comes to me from Trevor Rose. He asked me if I could do a Parisian Daiquiri, especially because I was asking people for ideas. And you know what, Trevor? It's a great idea because when I think of the daiquiri, I think about the original Cuban daiquiri that was invented by Jennings Cox way back when during the American-Spanish War. All right, so a little bit of time later and across the pond to France, we get what's created as the VPB Daiquiri or Parisian Daiquiri or St-Germain Daiquiri, depending on what you want to actually call this. In this case, it's the Parisian Daiquiri because it came from Paris, France. And that substitutes in St-Germain elderflower liqueur, which of course I really like. And I think it's going to give this cocktail a nice little sweet taste that you don't necessarily get from the original daiquiri. So let's get into it. The first thing, of course, we need is my shaking glass. And we need 2 ounces of white rum. Yeah, white rum. And I'm using Bacardi's white rum. It's what I have on the shelf. You can use whatever you want or whatever you think will taste best for this. 2 ounces, of course, works out to 60 milliliters. Next, we need, of course, St-Germain. Now, the St-Germain, of course, is the elderflower liqueur. And I keep saying the words, of course. It is now the newest drinking game for this entire channel. So every time I say, of course, you need to drink something. We need 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 milliliters. We also need some simple syrup, but we don't need a lot. And the reason we don't need a lot is we only use 5 milliliters or approximately 1 bar spoon. Again, depending on the size of your bar spoon. And the last thing we need is 3/4 of an ounce of lime. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze this here for you. And depending on the size of the lime you have, you're going to see either 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce on your lime. This one's a reasonably good size, so it'll be pretty close. If I can get it all into the cup. Looking good. We're going to add some ice now, and we're going to shake this for a good 10 to 15 seconds. Give that a little bit of this. All right, there we go. Now, depending on what type of glass you want, you could use a nice martini glass. I, however, am going to use a nice chilled coupe glass. Look at that. I'm going to double strain this. Not with that, of course. Because I want to keep the ice chips out and I want to keep any pulp out. Oh yeah, very nice. And we're going to garnish this with a piece of lime. And we're just going to cut ourselves a nice thin little lime slice. And you know what? I'm going to cut it in half again. Give it a little bit of a cut. And here we go. Look at that. Nice, pretty, gorgeous looking cocktail. Let's see how it smells. So it smells good. I can get a little bit of the hint of the rum. I can get some of the elderflower liqueur just off the top there. And of course it looks like a daiquiri. You just can't go wrong about that. Oh, that is good. You don't get a lot of the rum. You get the elderflower liqueur and it hits me in a certain way that's not what I was expecting. I get a little bit of that lime initially right on the tip of my tongue. The elderflower liqueur hits the back of my tongue. That is really good. Anyways. Oh yeah, Trevor, good idea. And the flavors keep changing just slightly as I get closer to the bottom, even though it's properly mixed. Oh, I like this. I'm gonna put the ingredient and the method of how to make this down in the description down below. If this is your first time to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell notification. That way, every time I put up a new video, you'll be notified. But if you don't like a great twist on a classic cocktail, hit the thumbs down button twice. And we'll see you next time. When we think about daiquiri, when we think about the daiquiri, and what we're gonna do is, the recipe is really, really simple. Got it right away.